Auzubillahi Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are in another topic that is a burning matter going on in this world. Today we will be discussing about internationalization. What is internationalization? It is a term that relates very well, very akin, very similar to globalization. Making the things internationalized means making all the things come at one platform to make them together. Today we will be discussing internationalization as a catalyst for academic excellence and economic growth. How internationalization is a catalyst, is the maker, is the bringer of academic excellence and economic growth. What is academic excellence? The betterment in education is called academic excellence. Academics means the whole system of education, whether that is readability, literacy, writing skills, or anything that relates to education. All of it is called the academic excellence. And number two thing is that internationalization is also a catalyst for economic growth. The economy improves because of internationalization. These two are the major things because of which internationalization is important. Now let's see its introduction. Internationalization is a powerful driver of academic excellence and economic growth. It is a great driver of improving academic excellence, means it brings academic excellence as well as economic growth. Because of internationalization, our academic growth and our academic excellence improves. We become better in education, we become better in research, we become better in lots of other things related to education because all the people of the world come at a single platform. We get their ideas, what we should do, what we should not do. All these things are a great source of fast progress, fast development in this world. Not only our academic excellence, but economically, we also grow because of internationalization, because many new ideas are shared by lots of people that come on a platform of internationalization. Now, first, we will be discussing academic excellence, how internationalization is a catalyst, is a driver for academic excellence. Number one thing is diverse perspectives. The first and foremost thing that tells its importance, how internationalization is important, is that it gives us diverse perspectives. The people of Pakistan, people of Sindh, Punjab, Balochistan would have a different perspective on a particular academic problem. Whereas the developed countries like US, China, Japan, Thailand, these countries can offer another perspective on the very problem that Pakistanis are facing. It may be possible that the idea of Pakistani people may be suitable to them, and that idea of those developed countries may be suitable to Pakistan. In this way, there will be diverse perspectives. The people would put forward their suggestions, and many different people would be accepting, improving their suggestions. Thus, we get diverse perspectives, diverse aspects of a single issue or problem, and then we solve it in a different way. It just means that we get the wisdom of not only a single person, but diverse people come in front and they offer their perspectives, and we get the wisdom of lots of people of lots of different countries. Internationalization brings together students, faculty, and researchers from diverse backgrounds, fostering a rich exchange of ideas and perspectives. How internationalization gives us different things. It brings together students. The students of different countries of the world would come together. Students from US, students from Canada, students from Pakistan, South Africa, and all the countries of the world would come at a single platform to share their ideas, to tell about a particular problem, particular issue, particular research project, and different ideas, different perspectives and aspects would gather on a particular topic. Thus, it would be a rich experience of all those students listening to the perspectives of different people, learning a new thing from all those different people. As it is usually said that when one person speaks, delivers a speech, speaks something about any topic, you get just one perspective. When another person speaks, you get two. When another person speaks, you get three diverse perspectives. it does not mean that the first person, second person, or the third person was right, or the first person, second, or third was wrong. It just means that if there are different minds, they would have different perspective, and all of them are right on their place. No one is incorrect, no one is false, because it is their own point of view. Point of views may differ, but it does not mean that one person is completely wrong in his perspective which he says. Therefore, internationalization is a great catalyst and driver of diverse perspective in academic excellence. Not only do the students share their views, their diverse views on diverse topics, but also the faculty members of different universities, colleges, and schools come together on a social media platform like Facebook, like different websites like the Wikipedia, and they share their viewpoints about their own things, and then we get a very diverse perspective that is not locally based, but it is based on the international level, at a global level, where we have gotten ideas and views from diverse faculty members and students from throughout the world. Then at the MPhil level, these were the students at the smaller level, and faculty members of universities and different things. And then researchers, which are the MPhil scholars, which are the PhD scholars, the doctors in any diverse fields, they also come together. At a different level, we see that in a particular area, like which is the developing area of the world, there we can't see the great researchers of MPhil scholars or PhD scholars. But at international level, these scholars are very active on social media. So not only do we get the aspects and perspectives of the common people, the students and faculty of smaller colleges, but at the higher level and international level, we get researchers tell us different things about different views, different topics, and their research fields. And they tell us these great things because we are going towards internationalization. Furthermore, these people are not from a particular area, a particular background. These are from different backgrounds of the world. Some have passed their lives from very much poverty, and they have grown up to become wealthy, to become professionally successful people, and best researchers in the world. So the backgrounds are different, their experiences in the world have been different, and now they come forward as the people who give us their share, their experiences. It is said that thousands of the things that you learn from books cannot be are learned just in one day from experience, and experience is the best teacher. And those people who come from different backgrounds, having a different life experience, they give you a different dimension of their experience, what they took, what it took them 65, 70, 80 years in their whole lives, they will offer you just in a single day. So it just tells us that 72 years of life packed in just 1 hour's lecture is really, really worth it. It fosters a rich exchange of ideas and perspectives. When internationalization occurs, students, faculty, researchers from diverse fields of the world come in front of us, share their views. At that time, we have a rich exchange of ideas. Different ideas come, we share our ideas, which may be menial, which may be higher, superior, but then we also get the ideas of different people in this world, and we have a different horizon of thinking. That yes, internationalization is a great driver for academic excellence and for diverse perspectives. Number two, global research collaborations. Because of internationalization and globalization through internet platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger, Instagram, this field has enabled us to have global research collaborations. People from Pakistani universities can collaborate with the people from Oxford, and thus Cambridge, and thus the mindset of the people of Pakistani universities would change and get to a new horizon. People from Oxford University, Stanford University would learn something from the Pakistani scholars, and hence we are to get global research collaborations in all the world. International partnerships facilitate the joint research projects, enabling academics to tackle complex global challenges and produce high impact research. There are international partnerships which are managed by universities, sometimes or welfare organizations. These international participations tell the people, tell the scholars that you can have partnership with a different country, and those people would collaborate with you and you can tackle different complex problems that you are facing. For an instance, there is energy crisis in Pakistan, and the Pakistani people have not those best ideas, but the people of Pakistan can collaborate with the people of Japan who have already tackled this energy crisis problem. And thus, the ideas will generate, and the result would be that Pakistani people would also be enabled to solve any complex problem on their own, learning from the global research and collaboration of the Japanese people. So international partnerships facilitate joint research projects. There are different researches also. Let's take one other example of this research project from the 2019's coronavirus. All the world was upset and worried how to tackle the coronavirus issue. Then the people of different countries collaborated with each other. Hence, once when the US invented the vaccine for coronavirus, all the countries also adopted their ideas, and it was only because of the international partnership that US shared their ideas with Chinese people. Pakistan invented its own vaccine, and different countries of the world made their own vaccines. Thus, it was the international partnership that enabled all the world to tackle this coronavirus issue. It was the research projects, and hence the academics can face any complex problem very easily, and they can have a high impact research as well. We see the AI, artificial intelligence, in which first AI was generated in some applications, like it was first in Snapchat. They launched in Snapchat the AI, and now in Facebook, WhatsApp, and in different social media platforms, there are these AI models, chatbots, which can help us to find answers to the complex problems that we face. And in this way, there is a high impact research that follows all the world. Let's see, for an instance, that a person had invented any vaccine back in 18s. He lived in such a place where he could not tell the people that I have invented this vaccine, because it was important to that particular person. Those people facing the same issue outside his ambit would not even know that there is any solution to this problem. However, through internationalization, globalization, and internet, it has been possible that any scientist in any corner of the world invents anything, and it becomes a breaking news throughout the world. It's also because of it that high impact research is possible and accessible throughout the world. Number 3, curriculum internationalization, that is in academic excellence. We are following such a curriculum that is important to a particular area. Like in Sindh, there is a Sindhi curriculum of education, the syllabus of education that we learn. In Punjab, it's different. Throughout Pakistan, there are different curricula that we are following. However, with the advancement in science and technology, the needs are also becoming similar to all the other countries. Thus, the curriculum can be internationalized, and all the world would have a same standard of education by the means of internationalization. If Pakistani student gets a level of 3 in academic excellence, the US student would also have the 3 level in this academic excellence, because the curriculum is going to be same. All the things that are taught to a Pakistani student would be learned by an American student as well, because there will be internationalization of curriculum. Moving forward, after academic excellence, we will be heading towards our economic growth. How is economic growth important and what is economic growth? Knowledge transfer and information. First, let's introduce it. Economic growth, the growth of economy, the growth of finance, the growth of factories, the growth of earning, the growth of financial resources is called economic growth. The growth of economy as a whole, give and take, export and import, is also possible because of internationalization. Hence, we can, without any doubt, say that internationalization is very important for not only academic excellence but also economic growth. Knowledge transfer and innovation becomes possible because of because of internationalization. We can transfer knowledge. A lecture or a session of education delivered in Patna, India, can be accessible throughout the world. It is because the knowledge can be transferred everywhere, and there are innovations. What is innovation? Anything that was invented first, now new things are coming in there, that is called innovation. Computer was invented, which was a large machine comprising of 2 to 3 rooms. It was quite large, but the innovations came, and now a computer is in our hand, more powerful than that computer which was previously. This was because of the innovations. The ENIC, the whatever the Charles Babbage invented, it was a big machine, but now we have a simple computer in the shape of our mobile phones, and we can take lots of more work because of these innovations that have come. Whatever machines today we have, lots of new innovations are coming, and it is possible for the world to get the news about all of this innovation because of this great internationalization. Next one, about the economic growth, global talent attraction and retention. The talent is attracted. If any person has a particular talent, like in Pakistan, Arfa Karim had a talent of software engineering, though she was very young. At that level, that was a global talent which was attracted by the maker of Microsoft. Microsoft founder said to Arfa Karim to join them. It was because of the internationalization that was possible. And retention, the talent can be retained as well. It can continue too because of the economic growth. Number 3, for the economic growth, how internationalization is important. Export of education services. Services of education, like the methods of education, like the teachers who are best teachers, scholars who can teach in universities, MPhil scholars, PhD scholars can go forward and give proper education, proper research projects, proper research completion projects to the different countries of the world, and they would be taking lots of benefit. Their economy would also be improving by that. Number 4, fostering entrepreneurship and trade. Because of economic growth and internationalization, the entrepreneurship can increase. What is entrepreneurship? It means that the people are opening their businesses, so they are entrepreneurs. And the system of opening new businesses, launching new projects, launching new models, inventing different things, discovering different things, that is entrepreneurship. And when they are enhancing their business through the entrepreneurship, and they are fostering their trade and business, thus the economic growth is increasing through internationalization. As a whole, we see that internationalization is quite important, not only for academic growth but also for economic development. Internationalization is a great catalyst and driver for improving ourselves, for developing ourselves, and to get the world to a different stage, to a different level. So let's take an oath to make internationalization possible for each and every person, and spread positivity in all things that we are doing, whether it's internationalization for academic growth, for economic development, or for anything. Let's be positive, spread positivity through this way, and have a better world. Thank you.